Today I've been checking out Old School Rally, which is out now on Steam for £8.50. It's in early access and currently you can get 10% off. The gameplay section is going to be short. It's a rally game. You race from point A to B in the fastest time, and well, that's about it. As you can guess from the title, the game is going for an old school rally feel. So if you imagine PS1, maybe early PS2, you wouldn't be too far off. So if you don't like that style of graphics, this probably won't interest you. For the money, you get 2 modes. You get rally and time trial, 16 cars. So there's obviously no official license, but they do look pretty good and they kind of follow that classics from the Evo to the Scooby to the Mini to the Quattro. They are all here. Some are unlocked via playing and completing the rallies, and some are unlocked via in-game currency. One issue I did have is that the rallies aren't rallies, so you don't do like 5-10 stages of the Greek rally, for example. You will do 1 stage of each, generally in each country. So you might do like special stage 1 for Greece, then special stage 2 for Japan, then special stage 2 of somewhere else, and up to a maximum of 10 stages for the hardest difficulty. There are about 16 tracks in the game. You can change the time of day, but there's no weather or anything like that. Once in the game, you are against the clock. You have the time to beat, and if you don't beat it, you have to do the stage again. The stages are around 2 to 3 minutes each on average, so they're not massive. There are no real competitors here. Damage is simple overall. Like, you basically just have a bar. If you hit something, it goes down and causes damage. There's no, like, you don't lose tires or bodywork or anything like that. It just is that one bar. There's also no destructible stuff on the courses that I found. Everything seemed pretty solid. Some people in the reviews have said that the code driver is too late at telling you instructions, but I didn't find that. So moving on to some of the things that I think need looked at, as this is early access. The car handling, I didn't really like it. It seems to go really oversteery or understeery, but it seems to have no correlation to when it's gonna do it. Like, you're just like, oh, I'm gonna do this corner. I did it fine last time. This time you just crash into it. I didn't really understand it. I think that needs looked at. And also, there needs to be a difference between tarmac, gravel, snow. Obviously, it's a rally game. This is super important. However, for me, the single biggest issue of this game was the stages themselves. They are so dull and lifeless. I know the dev's going for retro style here, but we're not in the 1990s anymore. We're in 2024. I've never played a rally game before where I was bored driving. And I also don't think they really resembled the country they were in either. The stages need way more track scenery, flags, people, cars, planes, helicopters, marshals, timing screens. Put the game name everywhere, just make it look more interesting. There's little things like the people at the side of the track, which is very far and few between, look like they're going for a night out. They're not dressed for rally. And also, there's no marshals or anything, as I said before. There's no like little cars with marshal posts or first aid or ambulance. It's just nothing. There's nothing anywhere. However, I will say, compared to modern rally games, I appreciated actual proper sized roads. I don't know what it is with modern rally games. Everything's like single track. But yeah, it was nice to see big roads to play in. Cars wise, I will say it brought back some memories. There was some cool cars there. There's very little difference between all the cars. They all felt the same. Physics were a little bit rubbish and floaty, especially when you crash. The cars didn't seem to have any weight to them. Also, the sound. It's so repetitive. It starts to get really annoying. The engine tones need to be different for different cars, or at least something else in there, like turbo sounds or something. So overall, I think for the price, it's fair. The dev isn't asking for a lot of money, but I just found it a little bit too boring. There's not a massive amount of content here. The game needs a little bit of fun added to it, I think. I can remember checking out a demo for the game Drive Rally that was going semi-retro. The stages were fun. Arnie voiced your co-driver. The scenery was so interesting to look at. There was little Easter eggs and things to find, and the driving was so much fun, and the effects and stuff coming off the tires. The dev had a lot of fun with it, and I think the dev here could maybe take a leaf out of that book. But it's in early access. I hope the dev continues to add content, do quality of life improvements, and has a bit more fun with the game. Right, guys, that's all I have to say on the matter. Catch us all later. Goodbye.